with regards to insecurity, saying it would declare a national day of mourning, and it will also mobilize for a nationwide protest over the insecurity in parts of the country. The NLC president was speaking. This was during the opening of Labour's National Executive Council meeting in Lagos, where Joe Ajaero, the president, said in his words, Nigeria was under siege, and the kidnapping of schoolgirls and all that happened that led up to that kidnap was some of the reasons why he thinks that more needs to be done, and also points his fingers towards compromise within the security architecture of the country. Now, the protest and security also going to target welfare workers, because with regards to the case of the kidnappings, we've seen teachers lose their lives. It's also going to look at rising cost of living, which is a huge problem. However, we know in recent times, the federal government has said that the economy seems to be stabilizing, our foreign reserves seem to be growing, and so on and so forth. There's a new tax policy that should be in place that is almost, according to government, guaranteed to ensure that things stabilize. But then the price of commodity in the market has still not come down. The level of production, food production, has still not changed. Even though on paper, what we hear is that a lot has been done with regards to food production, the reality on ground doesn't seem to reflect what is on paper. And it's why Labour also say it will be going on that protest, nationwide protest and day of national mourning for some of these issues. There are many other times that Labour had used this sort of threats. And for many people, they think Labour is now just all talks and no action. If you go back to 2023 in August, there was a threat from the NLC. It was for anti-poor policy. So they were threatening a nationwide protest against anti-poor policies, including the hike in petrol price and school fees increase. Remember that time, the command schools was it, and some other things that came up. Did we see that protest? No. Then in February of 2024, there was threats of a 2-day nationwide protest against high cost of living and economic hardship. Did we see that protest? No. In May or June of 2024, still, there was another threat of indefinite nationwide strike over failure to agree on a new national minimum wage. Did we see that protest? No. In July 2025, there were also threats of nationwide protest over rising insecurity, poverty, and high cost of living. Did we see that protest? No. December of last year, remember, it was supposed to be the mother of all protests, where NLC had threatened that it was going to strike in non-compliance of states over failure of payment of the new minimum wage. Did we see that protest? No. However, as much as some of these threats were not followed up with action at different times that they were given or threats were made, there were other times that Labour actually indeed embarked on some form of protest. Let's not take that out of the whole picture. There were other times that they actively went on protest for some issues, and I'm pretty sure some of those things are still fresh in our minds in different states. It might not be as large as it was ought to have been, but in different states that embarked on protest. Imo State is one of those places where I remember what happened to the NLC chairman and all the drama that followed afterwards. Anyways, so these are some of the issues on ground as it concerns the current insecurity situation, rising cost of living, and how Labour thinks it can put pressure on the government to tackle the problem. The big question now is whether, if these protests were organized, would you participate? Would you, the listener who's listening to me now, would you be willing to get up and get out of your house and go on the streets and join in a protest that is calling for a solution to insecurity, a day of national mourning to remember those that have lost their lives due to insecurity, to protest high cost of living and welfare of workers in the country? Would you join such a protest? We'll be taking your contributions, but quickly I'll tell you, for those who are on social media already, you have been contributing. We're supposed to have the spokesperson of the NLC with us on the show this morning, the national spokesperson of the NLC with us this morning on the show, in the person of Benson, Upah. Unfortunately, we're having problems with the service providers. Really serious. I don't know what the problem has been with these guys for the past couple of days. It's the reason why we're not starting with him now. We'll continue to try, however. The moment we get the chance, we would have him on the show to tell us details about how NLC intends to go about this protest. How long would the protest even last if they want to do it? And if the protest change anything? If it doesn't, what happens next? We also are aware that the government has taken some steps with regards to trying to tackle insecurity. Would some of those actions taken by governments be a reason why the NLC would now renege or decide not to embark on this national protest that it is allegedly planning? Some of the questions that we hope my guest will answer. But let's first get your thoughts. You, as a Nigerian, you residing in Rivers State, hearing me from wherever you are watching or listening to me now, would you join a national mourning and protest against insecurity and cost of living in Nigeria? If that day is picked, would you be a part of it? That is the fundamental question, because many people over time have now begun to describe the NLC as all talk, no action. 19 minutes past 8. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003 and 0817 923 0007 are the numbers that you can call to join us. Nigeria Info, good morning. Good morning to you.
Yes, my name is Emeka, calling from Lalini.
Go on, Emeka.
Yes, if any Labour under Ajeru has failed Nigeria for settlement now, anytime that his pocket is dry, he will now formulate a protest. No, Nigeria is not taking Labour now seriously again. They are trying to cash out from the government. He wants them to call him now. By Tuesday night, we hear they have called him in a meeting now. He's with the Labour minister, where you know the protest will end. And he will cash out with the executive. We are tired. The only Labour that I believe is 1999, 2001, 2003 of Adam Oshimole. Any other Labour now is for their personal stomach. Anywhere the stomach face, that's where they face. They are coming. Tomorrow night you will see him. After his tenure, he will go to Imo State, where he came from, and contest for our governor. He's gathering money now to contest for election. That is all their interest. Yeah, they don't have interest of the masses. Look at what is happening in Northern Park. Killing teachers, killing civil servants every day, nothing.
But it is this killing of teachers and all that is making them say they want to embark on this protest now.
For how long? Since last year. For how long? Ifiemi for how long? He wants to cash out. You know that in December, entering December, festive period, everyone to make money. December, I want to make money. Everyone to make money. But that is his own way of making money. By this estimate, to his family and other things. So they have failed. They have completely failed. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Nerabida from Nkoro.
All right, go on.
I want to plead with the NLC to leave River State. They should go to other state and protest. Because River State is very peaceful under Governor Kubara. The insecurity in Emo State will blame the Emo people. You have better things here. You don't value it. I'm pleading the Governor to bring that campus to Nkoro Kingdom. We will give them free house to stay. We will secure them. And the reason I believe in Nkoro Kingdom, we've never had anything pertaining crisis in Nkoro Kingdom. Because we take care of our visitors. We take care of ourselves. People are there kidnapping them. They are paying house rent. You're using the house rent to pay their children's school fees. You're kidnapping the students. It's only to protect their people. It's bad. It's bad. Everybody will come out to blame Governor Steve Fubara. Come and come Governor Steve Fubara. I even blame Governor Steve Fubara. You stand up and do something so that nobody will talk about him again. Thank you. He's the governor of Rivers State.
All right. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning, Ifiemi. My name is Chief Comrade Andrew. Ifiemi, the question you asked whether if the protest should be carried out, should we come out and join the protest. Am I right?
Yes. Would you participate? Would you join Labour?
Yes, holistically, I will join the labor. But our security agencies they come out that there is a tip-off that woodlums will hijack the protest, and they will coronate it and call it one name to see how they will be able to scuttle the protest. And that is why most of the protests could not we already carry out protests as scheduled. But you remember our security agencies, they will come out with one statement or the other to discredit the labor leaders. They will begin to hunt for the labor leaders. If not all that you mentioned that we are not protest, they should have come out. But the kind of government we have in this country, they will always have one tip-off or the other to ensure that the protest is not being carried out. And Labour, being a labor organization, they would not want to trade the lives of any of their supporters. So that is why you see that people don't come out when it comes to that issue. If not, people are ready. And what is happening in the country that the Labour is talking about, much of it that does not happen. All is going on, and the government keep note on those things. So I feel that if the Labour is ready, Chief Comrade, I'm ready to join the Labour and protest.
Okay.
Chief Comrade,
All right, thank you. Live at the Inf 92.3 PH. Polymath Annie says that the present act according to law, constitution requires Benson to obtain the approval of the Senate before deploying soldiers to a foreign nation. That's not what the conversation is. However, let's go on this quick commercial. When we come back, we'll hopefully have gotten in touch with our guest so we get more info from him, and then we'll also take more calls from you. Good morning. Station continues. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. We quickly get on with your thoughts and contributions on the show. This morning, our conversation is centered around the threats by the NLC to declare a day of national mourning, embark on a nationwide protest over insecurity, welfare of workers, and rising cost of living. And I've also given us instances where similar threats have been made in the past, but then those protests never saw the light of day. Also, on the part of government, following the insecurity, we're aware of the new appointments and some rejigging that has gone on within the hierarchy of the military, including service chiefs. New strategies being applied, some targets that have been hit, and so on and so forth. Even with the economy, talks of improvement and stability, what we're doing with our foreign reserves and how that is, on the other hand, affecting the growth of our economy. All of this is from the side of government. However, in reality, from the ordinary person on the street, they still wonder why the cost of basic food item still is on the high side. But if you must be honest, it's not as high as it used to be, but it's not as low as it used to be as well, which is where we are at the moment. And these are some of the reasons why Labour have said they would embark on nationwide protests. We started with taking some of your thoughts on the first half, and some people have said they are willing to join Labour on that protest. Many others think, well, Labour is just all talk, no action. It's all about politics. Which was also something that was cited during the opening of that NEC meeting, because the Labour had to withdraw its representative from the Labour Party. Yes, the NLC withdrew its representative from the Labour Party, saying that those individuals are not representing them well, and they are only there for personal interests. Femi Falana was also part of that meeting, and it was also putting out several warnings. One of them includes the need for government